Hello friends. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to get success in your IT goal, which is basically getting a job in IT. So like actually, you know this answer if you're a fresher or if you're looking to get into IT. Most of the points we already know, and we have seen these things in our life. But the issue is that uh, we sometimes ignore that thing. We know that thing, but we don't pay much attention on these points. So I've listed some important points which you have to like pay attention on those points and to make a strategy that okay, I will follow this strategy which will help me increasing your chance in getting a job in IT. And this is not just applicable to IT. If you want to do a business, whatever you want to do, and you want to be success, so you these all these points will be like similar points. If you go for any other thing, these points are not unique to IT. It's a common thing. Okay, for in this is applicable for most of the thing. So first thing is that you have to identify your strength and weakness. Because when you say, okay, I want a job in IT, IT is a big industry. Some jobs involves programming, jobs are designing jobs like UI design, some involve end-to-end like knowledge, full stack development. Some jobs involve some like night shift. So are you comfortable to work in night shift or not? Are you healthy to work on that or not? So you have to identify your strength if you whether you like programming or not. If you don't like programming and you're going for a machine learning course, that is useless because you have to learn algorithms and all those things. So first see what you like and what is your core like the strengths. Are you good in programming? Are you good in maths? Technically, how good are you in your subjects? So first you have to start with assessment, introspection, and then you can move to next step that okay, I want to explore some courses in programming, which or okay, I am not interested in programming. I want to explore something where programming is not involved. Okay, fine, fair enough. But you have to make an assessment and see. Then some, I have seen one point which I want to highlight. I've seen sometimes what happens uh, because of many things. Some people think, okay, you can't do programming, you can't do a job in IT. That is not true. Actually, sometimes we have this fear that I'm not good enough. I can't compete with other people. But whatever I've seen in the IT industry over the like period, I can say majority of people are almost at the same level. There are very less difference between the people. Okay, so it's not like that. If this only thing is that some people get a chance to have a good education, a good college, good school. Some people don't have that leverage of privilege. Uh, their background is not that strong, and sometimes because of that, they have the complex कि अच्छा मैं हिंदी मीडियम से हूँ, मैं मराठी मीडियम से हूँ, so I can't compete with the English medium guy, or I am from let's suppose BSc background, so I can't compete with a BTech person. It's not like that. Okay, doing a degree doesn't increase your aptitude level, doesn't change your analytical thinking. So if you have those skills, so anybody can make. My point is simple. So don't underestimate also yourself. Okay, and don't overestimate also. Both is wrong. Okay, yeah, both is wrong. So try something. If you want to try, you can try. But yeah, let's start with what you are core strength. If you want to go for programming, definitely you have to have good aptitude level, good reasoning skills. And if you're good in that thing, you can choose programming. If you're not very good in aptitude, you can choose something which involves less programming, less analytical work. So start with that thing. Huh? Then we can. This is very important point because what happens when you start uh, choosing a stream or a technology we want to learn in IT. Okay, somebody wants to learn Python, somebody wants to learn machine learning, somebody wants to learn UI development. So, and then they want to uh, find the scope of those technology, whether you will get a job or not. So what is the scope of that? What I can say, that technology. So what happens? There's a lot of misinformation which is circulating around. So if you listen to your friends, अच्छा ये कोर्स का बहुत डिमांड है, बहुत सब जगह इसका डिमांड है, and you easily believe people, okay, and you don't, what I will say, you don't question that what is the source of the information. ये information कहाँ से है? What is it is credible enough or not? So see, belief means you don't know whether it is true or not, and a fact is that you know that is true. Don't believe. Focus on the fact कि अच्छा ये चीज है, इतना जॉब्स था, इतने लोगों ने अप्लाई किया, इतने लोगों को जॉब मिला, सिंपल है ना. तो डोंट बिलीव, बट ट्राई टू गैदर द फैक्ट. इफ यू गैदर द फैक्ट्स, ओके, कि ये रिकॉर्ड्स है कि इतने, अभी सपोज you go to a college and you want to get admission in good college, so you don't believe that college, you have the record कि अच्छा ये लास्ट ईयर इतने लोग का प्लेसमेंट हुआ था, यहाँ यहाँ हुआ था. It means it is a good college, that is a track record of a good what I can say, academics as well as placement. So simple enough, simple. So if you choose a college based on their past record, similarly, when you are searching for some institute, you have to go through their past records. What is your past records? How many people have enrolled in your courses? How many people have got the job? Okay, what happens is that you easily believe. Okay, suppose 100 people has enrolled in some courses. Out of that, only three people have, or two people have got placed. They will circulate that thing. Okay, that this person has got placed, and they will hide the fact that so many people has unplaced, because the people who are doing that thing are salesperson. They have their own job. It is your fault that you're believing that. Don't believe me also, because I might not be uh, like correct, or I might be completely like what a stupid guy. I don't know anything. I am just trying to be something else. It might be, that might be the case. So how can you believe me? But if what I am saying, you try to gather the fact, and if it matches, then also you don't believe me. Then you can agree with me. I'll say, don't believe me. You can agree with me on that. Whatever takeaways you can take for yourself, कि जो आपके benefit के लिए जो भी आपको information मिल रहा है, वो take that. Why you have to believe me? Don't believe anybody. If you want to succeed in life, don't believe anybody. This point is very important. That see, world is complex. World is not simple. There's no simple solution. कि अच्छा मुझे जॉब चाहिए, मैंने कोर्स कर लिया, पाइथन जॉब मिल गया. It's not so simple. वर्ल्ड इज कॉम्प्लेक्स. आप एक छोटा सा बेसिक सा कोर्स करके आपको जॉब मिलेगा, इट इज चाइल्डिश. Okay, so world is complex. We have complex problem. You have to work hard, think like analytically. You have to, like, what I can say. It's not easy to deal in this world. इतना easy नहीं है. Things are not simple. So if you want a simple solution for everything, it's not possible. So first of all, you have to think, understand the problem, analyze it, take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Anything, whatever you are choosing, whatever you want to do, think upon it. Try to meet with talk with people, and then only you finally decide. Okay, so analyze things, take your time minutely, and then only you can decide. Now you're searching for a job. It's a problem. Okay, it's a mathematical problem. That okay. Suppose you're searching a job, and for that job you are only eligible. So your job, getting the job, the chances of getting a job is 100% because you are eligible, and if we have one opening, so there's no competition. What is the chances of getting a job? 100%. Simple. It's a maths problem. It's not like your uh, faith, और आपका किस्मत अच्छा है बुरा नहीं है कि जॉब लगा नहीं लगा. Sometimes we become demotivated of, and we say अच्छा मेरा किस्मत में नहीं था, ये नसीब में नहीं. That is not right. Okay, we have to deal. Uh, uh, Everything here happens from the science perspective. Think from science perspective, mathematical perspective. Okay, it's simple. everything problem is there, the solution will be also there. So it's possible if you go and explore out there, it's possible. Okay. So it's not like that it's not possible. So it's possible. Uh, so you have to understand the factors. What are the factors which decides whether you get a job or not? It's very simple. Whether you have a good communication skills, whether you have the project experience, whether you have the skills which companies are looking for, how many skills you have, what is the add-ons, okay, how many months or year of experience you have. So just simple factors. All this adds up uh, to in your favor. So you have to think of that thing. Okay. Background matters. Obviously, background matters because many times we think, okay, I did a course in Python, I did a course in SQL, I didn't get a job. It's not so simple because what is your background? What is your degree? Which college did you pass with? Whether it was a good college or not, what was your marks? Everything matters. Okay, don't be ignorant about the things because many times we don't know. Try to ask the question why I'm not getting a job, whether I'm eligible, whether I'm not good enough, or whether I have not prepared properly. Okay, so to ask the question and then treat it as a maths problem, you'll get the solution. But first, I understand this is a mathematical problem, simple probability problem. Okay, job market is tough. Definitely, there's so many people in India. They want a job in IT, a good job. So it's going to be tough, and tough problem takes time. So if you really want to get success eventually, you have to wait and you have to work in the right direction so that your wait is worth it. Okay, but first you understand, okay, the problem is bigger, it will take time. So you already know these things, but this time keeping all the points which are worth like uh, focusing on. Now, like in previous slide, we talk about the probability problem. So how can we increase the probability? Simple, be smart. Don't be a follower कि मैंने बोला वही करना है नहीं. You have to take your decision. मैंने जो बोला वो करोगे. You can blame me. You can abuse me too also. That आपने बोला उसके वजह से मेरा job नहीं लगा. But ultimately, it will not have any impact on me. Ultimately, it will impact your life. So take charge of your life. Don't be a follower. Okay. Be a leader. Don't be a follower. Okay. Then you have to think how can you provide what I can say. How can you be different from the crowd? Competition is more. Okay, let me give you an example. If you just go and search on in the what I can say on job portals, you'll get a lot of what I can say uh, different technologies you have never heard of. For example, if you're a front-end developer, you have heard of Angular, you have heard of React, but have you heard of Backbone JS? Okay, have you heard of what I can say Vue.js? Have you heard of Electron? Have you heard of React Native? There are a lot of, and there are other things also, okay, which I don't remember as now. So there are a lot of things which are not marketed enough. So you don't know. So go on job portal, search what is front end development, what company is looking for, see what is which thing you find unique. If you learn that thing, you can definitely turn the odds in your favor. Okay, suppose you learn backend, you learn Python. Okay, and front end, you learn, let's suppose, something different from React. You learn Backbone JS or Electron JS, something like that. Definitely, it is a unique combination. Or similarly, you learn Python in the backend, and front end, you learn React Native, like mobile app development. It's a unique combination. So try to think how can you become a unique proposition. If you know development, plus if you know DevOps also, it is a very good point. So trying to think how can I increase the chances if you know development plus if you know cloud, it is very good advantage. So you have to think how can I increase my chances, and then you can become a unique value to the company and definitely can get a job. Okay, so this point is might not agree with this thing, many people, but stop watching motivational videos. That okay, I am feeling down. I want to watch a motivation video from some person. It will motivate me to do something. That is just marketing. Okay, this will become want to become popular, and this is just selling something. They're just doing marketing. The truth is that in this world, you have to feel low many times, and it's okay to feel low or get depressed. It's okay. It's okay. We also get like not depressed also, but we also feel low. We also feel bad something if we don't get something. It's completely okay. Don't go want to go and watch motivational videos. Why? If let's suppose there's one motivational speaker, he's giving motivation to let's suppose 10 lakhs people, but jobs are 100. Can that reality be changed? That you have 1 lakh people, but jobs are hundreds only. Nothing will happen out of motivation. Okay, so stop watching that thing. Go out in your city, try to explore. Then you will get something. If you're sitting idle at home just watching the videos and acha, I'm feeling low, I will do something, and you are in your own world. Don't be in your own shell or your own world. अब बाहर निकलो, लोगों से मिलो, देखो कि क्या क्या है, possibilities क्या है, and go out in the heat. You will feel bad that I'm getting burned in the sun, but that is what will make you tough and ready for the world. So exposure is very important. Okay, world is like very unique thing and it's amazing place. You have to go out and explore and see what is there. Truth is always hidden. It is not what I can say. It's not very evident many times. You to go and seek the truth because क्या है हर जगह marketing हो रहा है. ये कोर्स कर लो, ये बहुत इजी है, डेटा साइंस में कोडिंग इन्वॉल्व नहीं, बहुत तरह का मार्केटिंग हो रहा है हर जगह पर. बट ट्रूथ इज समथिंग डिफरेंट and that you will understand when you get exposed to that thing. For example, if you start doing some courses, you start making some projects on your own, then you get the exposure. If you go to some mentors who can guide you, then you get the exposure. So get exposed. It is tough. You will feel the heat कि अच्छा ये टफ हो रहा है मुझसे ये प्रेडिक्ट नहीं हो पाएगा बहुत टफ है लेकिन then only you will come out of that. If you can come out of that, then your job is yours. So exposure is very very important and people are not like paying attention to this point. Okay, so motivation से कुछ नहीं होता है. Action, we require action. So go and do something. This is also very important point. We all have emotions and it's okay to be emotional. I'm not saying you should not be emotional. But what happens because of our emotions, we get carried away and we don't think practically. And because of that, sometimes we harm ourselves only. I'll give you a simple example. Let's suppose you want to get a good government job. You're trying for that thing from 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. After 5 years, 6 years, you give up. You become depressed. Okay, and you're not feeling good. You don't have much friends, and the family is also not feeling good. And this happens with most of the people because only few people will get the government job. Most people will not get the government job. Then you think my life is a waste. I'm not able to do anything. But that happens after because you try too hard too long. 5 years, 6 years, you are already devoted to totally. Now compare that thing with a private job. If you have prepared for a IT technology for at least sincerely for 1.5 year, easily would have made a get a job. Something you would have got a job. But because you wanted the best job, sometimes it didn't work in your favor. And most of the times it will not work in your favor because the odds are less because of the competition. But here was the second, I will not say the IT is the best job, but IT is a good job. We didn't consider that option. So sometimes the best option is not the best option. And so if some I will say, okay, don't think of becoming a IAS, don't and try to. I'm not saying that thing. If you have to make your assessment, but sometimes practical decision is very good and emotional is very bad. Okay, and let me give you an example. Somebody saying, "Oh, Python is very easy. Python is in demand. Everybody is learning Python." What has happened? It is have no value because everybody knows basics. What is the use of that? But if you have kept aside your emotions, say, okay, no, I don't want to learn Python. What is the other things? There are a lot of things. Then it is a practical decision. You are controlling your emotions and you are going to like take control of your feelings, and then you will get to the solution because you know this is the solution, this is the problem, and this is the solution. So always you have to do that thing. And this is the last point. Okay, this is very important point because I've seen this thing that people don't value things, and that is why they don't get the return. It's simple. If you don't invest rightfully, how it will give you the returns? If there's a farm, and if you have not worked hard enough on that farm, it will not reap the fruits and vegetables at the end of the day. So basically, investment is very important to get the returns. If you have not worked hard enough for 1 year, 2 years, you can't expect the returns. So investing is very important. Now, value things. Why you written this point? This is very important. Now, sometimes people say, okay, why we learn from YouTube? No problem, you can learn from YouTube. But if you can learn from YouTube for free, then why are you paying 500 rupees or 700 rupees in a Udemy course? My question is that. Just think, if YouTube is very good, people are teaching on free. YouTube, something is there, no? Which is you're not getting on YouTube, and you think it is more valuable to go on Udemy and pay it. You pay it. What is that? I'm not going to that. You already know what is that. But sometimes you feel that is also not good enough. You need something more valuable, and you're ready to pay for that thing. So you take some course in some institute, you pay 20,000, 30,000, and do a 2 months course, 3 months course. Good enough, fair enough, no issues. But sometimes you feel that it is not good enough. You need to gain some like in-depth knowledge. You want to do a long courses. Nowadays there are a lot of courses going on, 6 months courses, 9 months courses, starting from 40,000 to going till to 2 lakhs, more than that. So that's why you're doing, because you want to be different from the crowd. Okay, okay, no problem. So what I'm trying to say, you know these things, but sometimes you don't focus on these things. But if you want to be different from the crowd, you have to add more and more value. For example, बचपन में आपने सुना मतलब देखा होगा कि आप you go to some ट्यूशन क्लासेस, बट क्या होता है ट्यूशन क्लासेस में आप पे ध्यान नहीं दिया जाता है बिकॉज वहाँ बहुत से स्टूडेंट्स रहते हैं। तो फिर क्या होता है, आपके फादर या आपके मम्मी क्या बोलती है कि पर्सनल क्लास लगा दो। पर्सनल ट्यूटर जो आएगा आपको पढ़ाएगा हफ्ते में 2 दिन 3 दिन, बट आप पे ध्यान देगा, उससे रिजल्ट्स डेफिनेटली इंप्रूव होते हैं, बट वो कॉस्टली भी होता है। बट दैट कॉस्टली इज वर्थ इट बिकॉज उसका रिटर्न मिला। सो व्हाट पॉइंट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक इज दैट if if you value that thing कि अच्छा नहीं उससे मुझे फायदा होगा, you do it. So what I'm trying, yeah, so here also I'm making the same thing. So when you're trying for IT job, the best thing you can get is a personal mentor that who can like focus on you, who can guide you, who can understand what is your strength, weakness, and and it is not possible in the big classes because बड़े classes में बहुत सारे students होते हैं, किस पे focus करेगा possible नहीं होता है. Personal mentors is very good, but it is the most costly because अगर one person focus on one trainer or one let's suppose software industry person wants to deal with one student one time. Okay, suppose आपका doubt है, you want to let's suppose have half an hour session with the person. It's very costly, and that's why nobody provides personal mentors. I have started my own courses, but it failed because nobody wants to pay that much money. Okay, and it is costly. I can't do anything because the person who's working in software industry is going giving half an hour to somebody. It will be going to be costly, but people don't value it. But it is very good if you really want a best what I'm going to say best quality. But quality has a cost. Sometimes we don't value the things. That's why we don't get the return. Okay, so And last point I will end here is that value the teachers. YouTube is good. YouTube people are doing YouTube people. I am also making videos on YouTube, but teachers are who are the teachers, right from your school to college, who know you. Who are you? They can guide you, mentor you. It's so that will never happen on a YouTube or Udemy, okay, or any online courses. But a teacher who knows you for like a well known of time, he can guide you, he or she can guide you properly. So value the teachers. Teachers are very important because they have seen much more than you in the like life. And sometimes we think we are young, we know everything, but it's not like that. Life is long. Uh, so value teachers. So with this thing, I'll stop the video. It's already got too late. But I hope you are getting the points what I'm trying to make, and I hope you like this thing, and you will get a lot of information from this video, and definitely it will help you in your job search, and you'll make the right decision. So thank you, and we'll meet next time.